Module Overview. To examine the emergence, evolution, and cultural significance of rock and roll, this module explores the genre's revolutionary role in transforming 20th century music and society. It highlights how rock challenged conservative norms, amplified youth voices, and became a platform for artistic innovation, political dissent, and global cultural shifts. 1. Origins of rock and roll. 1. Origins of rock and roll. Sociocultural background. Rock and roll emerged in the United States during the early to mid-1950s, a period marked by post-WWII's economic growth, teenage consumerism, racial tension, and technological innovation. Radio, vinyl records, TV. It drew from rhythm and blues, R&B, country, blues, and gospel, all genres rooted in African American musical traditions. The term rock and roll was popularized by radio DJ Alan Freed, who used it to describe upbeat R&B music to a wider, white audience. Core influences: blues, melodic phrasing, call and response vocals, country western, narrative lyrics, twangy guitars, gospel, soulful intensity, and spiritual emotion. Boogie-woogie, driving piano rhythms. Notable early pioneers: Chuck Berry, guitar riffs, showmanship, teen lyrics. Little Richard, high energy, flamboyance, vocal prowess fats. Domino, piano-driven rhythm and charm. Elvis Presley, mainstreamed R&B for white America. Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, Bo Diddley. 2. Musical characteristics of rock and roll. Defining features: instrumentation, electric guitar, lead plus rhythm, bass, drums, vocals, keyboard backbeat. Emphasis: strong accents on beats 2 and 4, simple harmony, often based on I-Fu-V chords. Verse-chorus structure, accessible for mass audiences. Rebellious lyrics, themes of freedom, youth, sex, cars, love, disobedience. Technological innovations, electric guitars and amplifiers, reshaped sound design. Multi-track recording, Les Paul's innovation, allowed studio experimentation emergence of the 45 RPM single-changed music marketing and radio play. 3. The rock explosion 1960s and beyond the British invasion, 1964 to 1966. Rock's evolution accelerated when British bands absorbed American R&B and blues, then re-exported a polished, rebellious version back to the U.S. key players. The Beatles, studio innovators, songwriting giants, the Rolling Stones, raw, blues-based edge, The Who, high volume, mod culture, rock operas, the Kinks, Animals, Herman's Hermits, subgenres of the 1960s to 70s, psychedelic rock, inspired by drugs, Eastern mysticism and surrealism, Jefferson Airplane, The Doors, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix. Folk rock, protest lyrics and acoustic roots, Bob Dylan, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Simon and Garfunkel. Hard rock, grittier guitars, heavy drums, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, AC/DC. Progressive rock, prog, long forms, classical influence, virtuosity. Yes, Genesis, King Crimson, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Glam rock, theatrical costumes, gender-bending performance, David Bowie, T-Rex, Roxy Music. 4. Rock as counterculture. The spirit of rebellion, rock and roll gave voice to generational discontent, especially among baby boomers. It became a soundtrack for movements like civil rights movement, anti-Vietnam War, protests, sexual liberation, environmentalism, LGBTQ+ rights. Rock was more than sound, it was a lifestyle. From fashion, leather jackets, bell-bottoms, to language, it reshaped identity norms. Iconic moments: Woodstock Festival, 1969. Peace, love, music, a symbolic high point of counterculture. Altamont Free Concert, 1969. Violence and chaos end of the hippie dream, Monterey Pop Festival, 1967. Breakout of Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and global exposure of new rock. 5. Fragmentation and diversification, 1970s to 1990s. Rock split into numerous subgenres, each with its identity, culture, and sound. Punk rock, DIY attitude, raw sound, political edge. The Ramones, Sex Pistols, The Clash Alternative, and indie rock. Underground scenes, introspective lyrics, REM, The Smiths, Pixies, Radiohead. Grunge merged punk's rawness with metal's weight. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden Arena, and classic rock. Mass appeal, big concerts, radio dominance, Queen, Boston, Journey, Eagles art rock. Experimental, high concept, boundary-pushing Brian Eno, Talking Heads, Kate Bush. 7. Lyrical themes in rock, freedom, and identity. Existential angst, romantic love and loss, political resistance, social alienation, technology, and dystopia. Rock's lyrics often serve as a mirror to generational emotions, from teenage anxiety to adult disillusionment. 8. Institutions, icons, and influence. Legacy institutions. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio. Rolling Stone magazine. Influential media force. MTV revolutionized rock image through music videos. Iconic rock figures. Elvis Presley, The King, The Beatles, The Revolutionaries, Jimi Hendrix, the virtuoso Bob Dylan, the poet Kurt Cobain, the anti-hero Freddie Mercury, Bruce Springsteen, Eric Clapton, Patti Smith. Key takeaways: rock and roll broke musical and societal norms, promoting youth identity, rebellion, and innovation. It evolved into countless subgenres and global expressions, absorbing and influencing everything from politics to fashion. At its best, rock is not just entertainment, it is protest, art, experiment, and cultural revolution.